Listen, we've spoken about diets before, right? And how difficult it is to be on a diet in general. I always crave like salt when I'm on a diet. It's never anything sweet. I'm not like, oh, I need cakes. I always want like chips and crisps. And like, I'm always like gagging for salt. And even in my younger days, I will sniff food and be like, yeah, I ate that slice of pizza, even though I just sniffed it. You know what I mean? Try to convince myself I love protein shakes and I love fiber bars and I love those marshmallow things with only 1 calorie. So listen, there's this brand of those Swole Sweets that claim to make brownies, cakes, and cookies that are only 400 calories with protein and low sugar. That's like your dessert, right? When you're on a diet. Imagine being on a diet and being like, yeah, have a brownie, have a cake, have a whatever the other thing was. But straight away, they're either lying or those brownies are like half cottage cheese, half protein powder, But listen, let's have a look. These are them. They look incredible. They look like blondies in this sense, brownies. Hershey's chocolate tastes like vomit, but that's fine. We'll ignore that. Oreos. These look amazing. If I was on a diet and someone was like, help yourself to these, I'll be like, fuck yeah. Yeah, I will, but only 400 calories per slice, as opposed to 1,200 per slice. I absolutely would. I mean, this is a lot. This person has bought a lot of this. Is this the brand showing them off? I don't actually know. I mean, why are you showing us all the same thing though? Like, buy variation and show us a different variants. You know what I mean? That's a lot of the same brownie we're looking at. Okay. All right, we get it. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. What's that? Like a strawberry shortcake kind of deal? Oh, and we're going to see another 5 more. Oh. Like, imagine that's 2 desserts in one right there. 400 calories each for these. Pretty sure, like, little brownies you can get at, like, cafes and, like, Starbucks or something, themselves are around, like, 400 calories. There's no way that these are low or, like, no sugar, right? No sugar? When they have like frosting, a giant cannoli sat on top of them, Hershey's. Also, these are $13 each. $13 for a brownie or blondie or cookie, whatever. So anyway, obviously selling brownies the size of dinner plates that are supposedly good for you would attract a lot of attention and a lot of reviewers like this creator, Alson. And listen, he may have not had the best experience with this business.
Apparently, I just ate mold, and that's not even why I'm upset. If you don't know, I tried these protein brownies from Swole Sweets a few days ago, and as I was showing the brownie, you could see that there was mold on it. I'm colorblind, so I didn't notice until I took a bite and you guys commented on it. I reached out to Swole Sweets saying, oh, there's people commenting that I ate mold. And I was expecting more of a response like, hey, sorry, that's not actually mold, it's actually something else. Or they'd be like, hey, sorry, that happened, here's a refund. I don't actually care for a refund, but what they actually said was just delete the post, which makes no sense. So I said, is this actually mold? Sorry, I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell. And they responded with, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're getting comments, erase the post. You aren't the first person to do a review. That's actually a crazy response. So I reached back because maybe there was some confusion and I was like, why would I erase the post? I know I'm not the first one to review this. And then they said, because you're stating that there's mold in it and you posted them being all smushed up. First of all, I received them all melted and smushed up. That wasn't on me. So apparently you can purchase ice packs separately because an $18 brownie and a $15 shipping fee isn't enough to warrant one. But that's besides the point because I actually shaped those brownies into a rectangle so they wouldn't look too bad on camera. And finally, I get an excuse that I have an ube one, so it could be the colored sprinkles all over it and that could be the mold. I'm colorblind, but even I know the difference between mold and ube sprinkles.
Right.
Anyways, I also know that there's a lot of comments addressing the fact that the macros aren't real. I've done a lot of research both sides to figure out if the macros are real or not, and to be honest, I can't say for certain. I can't say that it's accurate, and I also can't say that they're fake. I've had a ton of people claim that they tracked their calories to the T and included this into their diet, and they didn't gain any weight. And then I've also had a ton of people that said the exact same thing. They've tracked every single macro, including these brownies, and then they did gain weight. I've seen the post where the owner of the company's ex-boyfriend comes out and says that the macros aren't real. To be fair, you don't know if that's a reliable source because they could just be angry. I've seen posts that say that they bought their followers, but again, with no validity in the sources, you just don't know. Apparently, there's a lot of...
Okay, sorry, I just need to interrupt. I'm so sorry you ate mold. What was his name? Alson? But can you stop with a TikTok? Apparently, I ain't got these brownies, I am mold. Let's see if it's... I don't know, everyone's saying I am mold, but I don't know, because I'm colorblind. Just talk normally. Just look at the camera and tell your story normally, because this is irritating as fuck. I'm sorry you ate mold, though.
Drama behind this one company, and I don't really care for that. Honestly, I just wanted to share my experience on how I ate mold, got sick, messaged the owner, and they didn't really seem to care. They just said delete the post. I definitely feel like they knew something was up with my brownie because normally when I do a review, I get like a comment, a share, or like they put me on their story. And I'm not saying I expect any of that, but usually when you review a product and you say it's really good, at least they'll comment saying, hey, thanks for the review, or even just a like. Instead, I got a DM talking about how smushed my brownies were, so they definitely did see the video. Anyways, to end this rant, I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, but I do want to let you guys know that I'm probably not buying from Swole Sweets again. I had to throw away the rest of my items, which I paid over $100 for. So for Swole Sweets, while they did taste good, I wouldn't recommend.
I mean, I love that he said they tasted good while he was eating mold, but that's great. Listen, please, can we just talk to the camera like I'm talking to the camera now. That TikTok, what's it called? Pace of talking is so irritating. Okay, so the business told him to delete the videos. So there's no apology. It's like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. We're so sorry this happened to you, that you've eaten our product and it's moldy. Please delete the post. And like other people are doing posts. So it was like, we don't need your one. And then they're blaming him for the way they looked on camera. But it's like, the way you sent them is the way they are going to arrive. Okay, sorry. But that's also not how reviews work. Reviews are meant to be made so the person can give a negative, a positive, a neutral review on their thoughts about the product. It's not like, oh, it's not good, please delete it. And brands, listen, take feedback. Reviews are a chance to improve on what you are doing, what you already have. Could you imagine if every time something went bad in reviews, people just deleted them? That's basically the whole point of reviews, to make sure nothing goes wrong. And it doesn't exactly seem like they sent out these brownies for free either. The price is crazy. If you are having to send out, or if you are a brand and you have the option of including ice packs in your product, I don't think you should be sending out your product at all. That's health and safety. That's disgusting, is the second point and the main point. If you know that there's potential for your product to arrive moldy, with mold on, had the customer not purchased extra ice packs, you shouldn't be sending it out. Or the ice packs come with it and you charge the price of the ice packs. The option to be buy ice packs, or the other option is it gets moldy, shouldn't be a buying or purchasing option. Do you want with or without mold today? Why is that an option? That's really fucking weird. But to be fair, people paying $13 for a brownie would probably pay $15 for one that doesn't arrive moldy, right? So they were like, oh, it could be the ube sprinkles. Ube is a purple, a pinky purple. And I guess when it's baked, the colour fades a little bit. I don't think sprinkles are green and fuzzy, or, you know, white with a green centre. Fuzzy white with a green centre. From what I remember, and he mentions the macros again, right? It says on their website that by buying, you accept that there could be up to a 20% difference in calories per an item. I would bet that every item is 20% high in calories, and they just added that disclaimer to cover their backs, to make themselves look better, right? Can you imagine, oh, it's only 400 calories, but also it might be 20% more.
Turns out I actually did eat mold, so here's the update. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the last video, but I first want to thank you guys for all the support. You guys absolutely blew up.
For all the support. All the support. Why are you doing this? Sorry, I can't stand it.
The post, which I was not expecting. As for the updates, here's what's happened so far, and here's what's probably going to happen in the future. So far, I've been blocked by Swole Sweets on Instagram, and it seems like they've also disabled their comments. A lot of you were concerned about my well-being, and I appreciate that a lot, and I'm doing better now. Since that video came out, I've had other people also DM me about how much of a bad experience they had at Swole Sweets. Going forward, I don't expect any responses from Swole Sweets. Quick update, but turns out Swole Sweets actually did respond. Here's what they said. Individuals engaging in online comments often lack the initiative to engage in thoughtful analysis and critical evaluation. First,
sorry, 1 second. Critical evaluation. How else do you look at a moldy brownie critically? What other ingredients could you use that are spores? Moldy spores. What the fuck are you talking about?
the individual has a history of conducting product reviews and has never encountered any issues with the company's service. I'm gonna stop it there because I've never reviewed Swole Sweets in the past, so I don't know what they're talking about. Secondly, the individual opted for ground shipping, which states that it'll take 1 to 5 business days to arrive. Customers are required to click on a disclaimer to acknowledge the terms and conditions associated with this shipping method. Their first point claims that I opted for shipping that will take 1 to 5 business days. I actually just opted for the 3-day UPS shipping, but that's besides the point because the one that they want me to do is the UPS next day air shipping for $50. $50 for shipping. Are you kidding me? Now, there is a disclaimer if you want to read this, which basically says that Swole Sweets is not responsible for anything that goes wrong within shipping. And that would probably include mold. They then go on to say, furthermore, the individual did not include ice packs in their order. I did already mention this, but yes, I didn't spend an extra $5 on an ice pack because I didn't see that option. There is a lot of pop-ups now to remind you to buy an ice pack when you buy your order. Unfortunately, I never saw those, but I also did hear comments saying that they weren't even
This is, and I ordered some, and I ordered some a couple of weeks ago with ice packs, mind you, and they came melted again. And he literally was like, "That's not my problem, bro." The ice packs were super hot too, and all I said was that the ice packs don't work. And he literally got so mad, saying that all I do is complain, and then I should just never order from him again. And he cancelled my recent order, unfollowed me, and said to just never talk to him again. Don't have a fucking business, Mister Swole Sweets. Don't have a fucking business. I'm sorry, you can't.
Additionally, the tracking information revealed that the order was delayed for an additional 2 days during transit. This is true, and they never reached out once asking how their brownies arrived, unlike every other business that I've bought from. Before making any impulsive purchases, it is essential to thoroughly read the product details and consider all available options. And again, by all available options, they mean the $50 shipping. In response to the online drama, it is advisable to focus on the actual, comprehensive details and form a well-informed opinion before engaging in further discussions. Lastly,
mold.
the suggestion to remove the post was made because the individual was claiming to have received a message indicating the presence of mold on their blondie. Honestly, I don't know how they're so confused about that last part. There's evidence of mold on my brownies in the video. It's pretty crazy that they responded under one of their collaboration posts, which I can't see because, again, I'm blocked. Apparently, according to your comments, you guys let me know that that wasn't even the only brownie that had mold in it, which is kind of disgusting. And while there hasn't been any attempt at a refund, you guys also let me know that I should do a chargeback on my card, so I'm looking into that. I'm gonna be going back to doing my regular honest food reviews and protein reviews, and hopefully this time without any mold. Anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting me and even pointing out the mold, because I wouldn't have seen it myself. I still want to give the benefit of the doubt to other small businesses that are selling their foods online, because not all of them are bad. So I'm still going to be purchasing products online that you want me to review, so I hope you'll look out for me.
Well, not if you keep talking at that pace. You know, it's so much more personal when you don't sound like you're talking like this and talking like this. Yeah, talking like him. Yeah, it's very irritating. I mean, he seems like a great guy, right? Sorry. I don't know why I said that. Listen, so Swole Sweets saying all this stuff, just because you use a jumble of words that sound important doesn't make you sound smart, right? It's just a word salad. Just say you think people commenting on your posts because you sent someone mold are wrong. Just say you think they're wrong. You would be stupid to say that, but just say it. And they're kind of missing the points. They're kind of defense for themselves. This reviewer has a history of posting negative reviews. Or positive reviews. Okay, that's what reviewers do. What? Oh God, my lips are dry. I don't understand how they're not seeing the point. No matter what option you have in terms of shipping, they don't seem to work either way in terms of preventing mold. You sent out a product that grew mold. Don't ship that far if you can't deliver something that is your highest quality product. Do you want to be known for the moldy fucking brownies? Like, at all? Even if I could ship a product, right? Say I made brownies and I could ship them to the US from the UK, but they all arrived moldy. Even if I had the ability to ship them, I wouldn't if the product was turning out or turning up, arriving at a lesser quality than it should be. Even if I shove an ice pack in there, which, by the way, is probably going to melt within like 24 hours anyway, and you have 5 days shipping. Like, it just does not work out. That's insane. Why do you want your business to look shit, is my question. And how are you not understanding any of this at the same time? I mean, and I've ordered things like this from small businesses and had it sent to me. It's never arrived with a fucking brick of mold in the middle, and it's taken 3 days, 2 days. But, you know, you need to figure out, when are you making these products? When are you sending them out? Is there a cut-off date to be able to order? You know, orders go up every Friday, we make them over the weekend, and we sell them out on Monday morning. You know what I mean? Like, get that system in place so you're not sending out moldy products. I don't bake or cook, so I actually don't know what I'm talking about. 5-day delivery as well for a food brand? No. And it's going, and listen, airmail, going through loads of different temperatures and all this stuff. No, come on now. You're going to open this brownie that's been sat in this box with a wet melted ice pack that has been in there for 5 days, and it's been up in the air. It's been shipped through different temperatures. Who knows what's happened to the box? And you're just going to open that brownie and be like, oh, it should be fine. This is kind of just negligence from the brand, really. It's an awful brand. Okay, so listen. Comments. They're very telling. To be honest, I'm not surprised the Swole Sweets people didn't take accountability. Unfortunately, many people, mostly dudes, in the fitness niche, are stereotypically self-centered and lack accountability when called out. I have to say, not to put everyone in one basket, but when I saw Swole, I'm like, Douche. Is a teenager running their account? What? Yeah, I know. Oh, if you're sensitive to mold, it makes me gag. I work at a bakery and those green dots with the little white hairs around them is 300% mold. We see that all the time. Erase the post in this. You can comment pictures on TikTok now, so that's that. Wait, you had to purchase ice packs separately? Why would a company not just automatically include ice packs? No wonder they had mold. The creator responds separately for $5 each. And after talking with more people, apparently the ice packs are also useless and the items still get melted and ice packs arrive hot. Erase all posts, dude. Like what? Yeah, isn't that insane? So erase the post. Yeah. To a paying customer. The lack of professionalism is wild. Can't imagine how unsanitary their conditions are if that's their solution to mold in their food. Listen, how is everyone else getting it apart from the brand themselves? Do you not have a kitchen? Did you not train in sanitation? Did someone not come in to your kitchen and look at it and make sure it's sanitary? Do you not know about hygiene in your business that makes food? I would never buy anything from this fucking brand afterwards. Are you kidding me? I don't want it turning up unless I lived next door to it and I knew it was going to arrive within a day, then I would. But no, 5 days? Is the food reviewer wrong here for pointing out the mold and saying this is how the brand treated me? I don't think so. Let me know down below. Do you think those brownies are only 400 calories? Would you buy food from a company that is baked and then sent to you 5 days later? Please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.